So this is a voiceover. I went for a walk with my daughter and with our dog. Well, just a little bit past noon. I felt fine when I was waking up this morning. I actually woke up around 8 o'clock. I didn't get off my bed till around 9:30. Went outside, stay in the backyard for about 2 hours. Just getting some sunlight. Today was like sunny in the morning and then it just got cloudy. Right now it's about for something in the afternoon. It's gonna start raining again. So I was just getting used to this weather. Anyways, as far as today, when my daughter and I went for a walk with the dog, I felt fine. Like I mentioned, I've been leaving my house for the 300 plus day. There's times that I would feel like I want to panic, but I don't panic. Like, part of me wants to panic, the other half of me is like, what do you want to panic for? And that's the part that gets to me. The other thing is, what I noticed about today, when I woke up, I felt fine, but for whatever reason, when I came back home from the walk, which I say went really well. I tried to go to different neighborhoods. I try not to always walk around the same neighborhood. When we walk, when my daughter and I walk, if I'm by myself and I wanted bump into people, or sometimes I'll just like randomly talk to other neighbors, people that live in the neighborhood. So I don't really have social anxiety. I can talk to people. I don't use it as a distraction. That's how I used to be. I'll talk to people that I come across, anything like that. But this time, however, when I came back from my walk today, once I got near my driveway, I had a fear. I don't know, something in my mind just triggered me into close to having a panic attack. I didn't have a panic attack, however, I had this crazy dizzy spell. What I mean by this crazy dizzy spell is like I felt dizzy, that lightheadedness. But when I felt lightheaded, it was a different lightheadedness feeling that I had. What I mean by different is like it's something I don't remember if I felt before, but I felt like part of my body felt like it was tilting to the left, and then when I look at my surrounding, it was tilting towards the right. So it's like my body was like, okay, you're tilting towards the left, but your surrounding is moving towards the right. Then I got nauseated because when you get lightheaded, you're off balance. Usually you feel like your body is not moving. I mean, your body feels like it's not non-stop moving. That's what I meant to say. This time I felt like I was only moving towards one side, but my surrounding was moving to the other side, and then I just got nauseated from that. And then I didn't panic, but to be honest, I came really close to panicking. And once we got to the house, I told my daughter, I'm just gonna sit outside. I'm feeling dizzy and lightheaded. I think she knew because of the way I was acting, and then she just went in the house. I told her I'll be okay, and then I just sat outside the driveway for like 5 minutes, just to allow myself to feel the anxiety come and go. Cause I know for a fact if I went back inside my house, wash myself in, I would feel the anxiety even worse, because because that has happened to me. I make that mistake before, where I would feel anxiety really bad or panicky, like couple of times in 2016 when I was like leaving the house, like, I was trying to go for bike ride, walks, even car rides, and once I got home, I would have the anxiety. It's like, oh my god, I'm finally home, rush in, and then by me rushing in, when my heart rate's already up, like racing and stuff. Once I get out the car, I'll get off my bike. Once I get my driveway, I want to just run in the house, and back then I would actually run in my house, and my heart's already racing. I can't even see my shirt moving from my heart rate increasing. I would run in the house, and then the faster I run, the quicker I rush myself in the house, the quicker my heart rate would be. And then by me doing so, not only did my heart rate increase, my symptoms raise up, because when your heart's pounding and then you get dizzier, your mind starts tricking you. You start thinking, oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack. I can't breathe. My legs feels funny, and all this other stuff. Is because you're rushing yourself back in the house. Then I made that mistake a couple of times, 2016 and 2017. And that's when I was making those mistakes. Every time I did that, rushing in, I felt dizzier. I became more housebound. What I mean by I became more housebound is I will only feel safe in my room. I wouldn't feel safe in the living room. I wouldn't feel safe in any other person's bedroom besides my own bedroom. So that's why now when I go home, a lot of times, if it's not raining, or even if it's raining, I'll just go inside and sit in my car, because I'm not really inside my house. And like I mentioned a lot of times, my car is the first place I have my panic attack in, so it kind of helps me at the same time. Not wanting to the house, just sitting outside even for like 5 minutes or so, just to let myself calm down. Let myself feel the anxiety, not rush myself back in the house. And by me doing so, it's like I'm allowing myself to feel the panic and let myself calm down. By me calming down is what I mean by letting myself calm down is meaning I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna let the anxiety do its thing and let it calm down its own. I'm not gonna like sit there, listen to music. If I'm not listening to music, if I'm feeling like sick to my stomach, I'm just gonna feel sick to my stomach. I'm not gonna like try to do anything to comfort myself. I'm not gonna lay down and like into a ball like I used to. Before, when I would feel sick to my stomach, I would lay down into a ball, like squeeze my pillow. Like I will actually want to punch my pillow, because the pain is so bad that I want to punch the pillow, the headaches, and everything else. Now I'm like, you know what? Just let it do its thing. And once it let it do its thing, it calms down itself. But yeah, so far been okay. I'm still living in my house. I try to leave whenever. I'm not gonna leave when I feel comfortable. I'll leave if I don't feel comfortable. I'll leave. If I feel comfortable, I'll leave. If whenever I leave, I leave. Because before, when I started leaving my house, I would only leave like late in the afternoon, when it was late in the evening, or even early in the morning, because it was dark, and I would feel more comfortable leaving my house at night, because one thing, there was no one around. It was dark, so some reason my mind would think, okay, it's dark. He must be sleeping. He must be in the room. But it's like my mind can't really like figure out I'm actually outside when I'm walking around out at night, if that makes sense, or early in the morning. But when I'm walking around like during the daytime, it was hard for me at first because, that sensory overload from the sunlight, bright lights, noise, things that you smell. Sometimes, like when I would smell something from a tree, or like, things that I smell would seem like it's even stronger. For example, if I heard like something drop, like even if I heard a pen drop, it would sound even louder than it really is, if that makes sense. Sometimes if one pen drop and it's like right by me, it sounds like a whole box of pen just fell. That's what it sounded like. If I was outside and it's sunny and it's cloudy at the same time, how partly cloudy, my mind would be so confused. I'm like, okay, why can't I open my eyes? It's dark, but why does it feel so bright? That's what I mean by sensory overload. So I would get extremely panicky because I didn't feel right. It just made me feel like I was in a dream state every time. But now it's like, now I'm putting you over that dream state feeling. If I feel like I'm in a dream, I know I'm not, because I can understand what I'm saying. I can name the things I'm seeing, the people I'm talking to, and whatnot. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the day.